So what I want to introduce you to today is a website called Podio, and this is a really great tool that you can use in your business. And as you can see, some major businesses here like Time Warner Cable and Sony are using this with their employees. But no matter how big your company is, whether you're one person, three people, or five people or more, this is a really great work management system. And I've got some cool stuff to show you and how to use it and how I use it. So let's just go over some of the features first for Podio. And you just go again to the website here and sign up for a free account. And here, sign up, it's free. And if you're a small company with and you're working basically by yourself or with one or two other people, you're not going to need the paid version. And let's look over here and scroll down and see some of the things you can do here. What's great about this, if you're using outsourcers, it's really great. You can communicate with people and invite them to participate in specific projects. And it's really interesting how you can do that. As you can see here, I'm going to give you some live examples. You can set up client projects. You can set up your own apps, which I'm going to show you how I do. And you can share this and create basically an online office, as you can see from here. So let me just go up here and let's just go over some of the pricing if you do want to upgrade. A basic, this says get the basic month to month, $9, $14 and up. Now I am on a free account, so I've been using that for quite a while and it's good for me. Let's see if what the difference is. Okay, how is it different? There's an annual plan. I think really when it comes down to when you sign up, it's about how many employees that you have, whether you're going to need a paid or a free. See right here, all plans are priced per employee per month. So if you're just one person, you can basically just sign up for yourself. And let's see here if it's got some new information before we actually go over to the site. And here's some popular ways of using Podio: project planning, development, event management. You can do the social media. You can have, what I do is I put my clients in there and do their projects that way. So let's just go over to my Podio account and let's just go and take a look. So when you first log in, and I'm on a free account, so I haven't upgraded, I don't have any need to. I'm going to go here, it says choose a workspace. And here's my company, Standout Media Group. And what I'll do is I'll create a new workspace for every client that I work with. And I'll just put a name. But in this case, well, why don't we create something that will be helpful to use when we're doing social media marketing and marketing for our own company. So I'm just going to call this social media marketing. And I'm going to make it private. And as you can see right now, it's pretty much a blank page, which I'm going to add to. But it says here if I want to add anybody, here's Heidi actually, for example, if I wanted to add Heidi to this, which Heidi and I have used this to collaborate on events and keeping all our information in one spot, I could click on her. So right now, it's basically just giving me a thing where it says create a task, and I can put notes in here and I can invite people. But I want to go over here to add an app. And what's really cool about this feature is you can create your own app, which is really cool, or you can go to the app market, and all the apps are free. And I can actually choose from these packages here or individual different features. And one of the first features I'm going to suggest that everybody puts on here is a password feature. So I'm just going to put passwords, and I'm going to click here. Okay, and here there's this stores path. There's two, basically they're the same thing. I'm just going to click on Get App, and if I drop down, you'll see all my different projects here. But I'm just going to grab this one, next, and it's now installed that app to my workspace. So here's some other ones here. There's one for marketing here. And you can actually get complete packages here, and they'll give you information on them. Content planner, this is a good one. So this would be really good, a content planner. Let's get some more information on this one. if we want to plan content, record your brilliant content ideas. So this is good for blogging. This is good for social media. So we're going to put that one and we're going to create. I don't want any of these other ones. So I want to just customize and put it in there, which is the one that I want. And I'm going to close it. And then I can just look down here, maybe a calendar. Let me see if there's a good calendar on here. Calendar. Let's see what comes up. Okay, so there's individual apps here. And there's actually right here exactly what I was looking for, a social media editorial calendar app. And I'm going to install that one. I know I just want to try this one here. And I'll put next. Okay, so now I have 3 different cool apps in my project of social media marketing. But as you can see, there's a ton of stuff. You can do it by industry. There's just meetings. There's so many appointments, so many things you can put in here. But that's what I need for this particular workspace. So now I'm going to go back here and I'm going to go find that workspace, which I just added here. Let's see, more workspaces, social media, marketing. Okay. And now you can see up here on the top bar, and I could add more apps. I can actually go in here now and start using these. So the first thing I suggest everybody do, if you just use Podio for this feature alone, this will be a huge time saver. I deal with a lot of clients, and like I said, what I do is initially I create a workspace for each client. So I'll put the client's name, and the first thing I'll do is create this password, because I ask my clients to send me all their login and passwords for social media and for their websites, depending on the project I'm doing. And they come back and forth through email, or you put them on a file on your computer and you have to keep looking them up, and it's just really time consuming. So what I'll do is click on here, and then I'll store all their passwords. And this is something you should actually create for yourself, all your own social media passwords. So this is basically how it looks here for passwords. And we can add a file here. So I'm just making this up. I'm just going to put linkedin.com. And here I would put my username. I'm just putting my name. And here I would put a password. I'm just making this up right now. If there's a security question or a security answer or any additional file comments that I want to put here or files, and then I'm just going to save it. And then I'm going to go back to my passwords, and I'm going to do this for all of the passwords, either see how it looks here, how nice it goes across, for myself or for my client. So then I'll have a whole list here of all the social media sites, and then all I need to do when I need to log in is come back here and just quickly be able to grab those passwords. So it keeps everything in one place under passwords. So that's a really, really good feature, especially if you have for your own self a lot of different passwords to your sites, and you want to keep them all in one place. It's a good, safe place to put them in. So let's also take a look at some of the different things here. This is the social media content planner, and this will probably eliminate the need for the other one that we have here, but let's just take a look at these. Okay, so this is really great, and this is what I really wanted to show you how to use this, because all too often we neglect this step with doing our social media marketing, and we don't use this step, and it's really important because we want to try to plan out our social media for the month or for the week or even a few days ahead of time, so we know exactly what we're going to be putting out on social media. So here's a great way to do this. So here is March, and let's just go down to this week here, and this will give us an actual place to pick a time. Let's say 2 p.m., add social media post. And we can actually post the title. I'm just going to put example here since I don't have one. We want this to go out on the 14th at 2 p.m. We don't have any co-authors here. And we want to put where we're going to want to put the social media posts on, let's just say. And then we'll actually click here. And let's see what else we can do with this. Okay, here's the content before we click here. So I'm just going to put X, Y, Z, but here's where you would, post your actual content. No, we don't want to leave. If there's any videos that we're going to be posting on social media or links, we can put them here, and then we would just save. And now it says author required. Okay, so I'll just put myself and the workspace, and I'm going to save that. Okay, so we can go back to the planner on our calendar, and here it is. Okay, here's the example. So when we're ready to start putting out what we want to put, this is going to remind us what platforms we want to put them out on. And it's going to also, we're also going to scroll down and know what's, any images also as well that we can put here, which is really great. And any files, tags, anything else we want to put here, we'll be able to get our information. And just on that date, spread it on social media. So this way we can fill up our calendar and know exactly what we're doing at what time. So I think that's a really, right here, you can just click this for a new one, a really good thing to do. Now let's go back here, and we're back in our section here, and let's just check out our content planner, which would be great for organizing our blog posts. Okay, so add content. This is a nice one. Okay, so we can say what kind of, what's it going to be. We'll put our headline. I'm just putting anything here. Our status, it's not started yet. What are we going to be doing? This can also be used, again, another way to use, whether we're going to be doing a social media post, a video, a webinar, an email campaign. We'll do just blog posts. We'll say that we want this done on March 16th. We're going to pick ourselves. We can have, if we have a co-producer or ourselves, again, we can just pick that there. And now we can put our objective. What is our objective for writing this? Our key messages, put the actual copy. We can actually just type it right in here. And this is great. Here's our keywords. Are we adding any links that we want to add our media to our blog post? And any images or files here and tags. I guess later on you could add the record the results and impact of it later on here. And then we just save this. And then when we come back to our actual content planner, it should show up in one of these boxes here. Well, actually here, it's showing up right here. So look how great this is. You can fill this up with, and put the status or change the status to when it's finished and, we're in progress. And you can actually collaborate. If you're working with somebody who is, going to collaborate with you on this, you can add them to your project here until your calendar. Let's see where you would do that. You can add them, actually probably add, remove, and search for people here in your email. And you can just, here's my daughter, for example, if I was, having her collaborate, I would just add her, right, or right onto here. So that's a really cool way of getting organized for content. So this way you can, you can do your calendar for your social media. And you can, do this for your all of your blog posts, ideas, articles, LinkedIn posts, anything you want to do with content. You can organize it all in one place by using this here. So let's look to see if there's any other cool different apps, or create your own app. Let's take a look at that. So you can actually play around with this and actually make your own app. I don't know what I would do, how to do this, but I'm just going to, again, see what this is all about here. So we're in the process of creating our own app, and this is pretty cool. So I can drag the stuff I want to add in here. So say I want to make this just like to store contacts, and I want to get people's phone number and their email. I can actually put their title, the contact name, and then I can actually drag this probably up to here and change the order, and then just create my own little app. Customized. So now I have a 1, 2, 3 app. I can go in here and say I wanted to store contact information. I would add, and then I would be able to just write, somebody, so say I wanted to keep track of employees or people I'm working with outsource, then I would put their names, their phone numbers, email addresses, and any files. And that's one thing I like to do. Another thing I like to do is just overall when you're in here and you're creating tasks, I like to, let me stay on the page here, social media marketing, stay on page. Let's go, oh, we're already in here. Okay, let me just X out of this. Okay. What I like to do when you go into activity, I like to put all my notes. So say if I get, I'm working on a particular client, for example, or a particular project. So say this was a project for social media marketing. And let's say I just have an idea that I want to store. I will write it in here. And if I do want to share it with somebody who's collaborating, let's see, here's Heidi. It will actually appear just like in Facebook, and on Heidi's Podio, it will alert her that there's a message, and I can type in here and actually have my own little message, my interaction with her. I want to also mention that this is an app for the iPhone and I believe the Android phones, so you can have your Podio on the go and check for messages, which is really cool. So you can just invite people to your project by pressing on here, and they'll get this message, and you can assign them a role as a workplace admin, which is cool. Another thing I like to do, how I like to use Podio, and I'm going to go here and see, I like to put the files, there's one here, files app on here. And I do this for, again, for any projects, if I'm doing an event or if I'm working with a client. I want to put all of the files I have, and I get this file library here. And I'm going to install this app, meaning photos especially, PDFs, anything that I need to have and I want to get to quickly. So I'm going to try the app now. So as soon as clients send me their photos or stuff they need for the website or any items, I just upload it from my computer. I'll title it, put a description, and then I'll just choose a file. And I could choose it from my computer, from Google Drive, or from Evernote. And I can tag it as well and save it. And then that's going to save everything into my files library. So as you can see, as you start adding, it's going across here and it's becoming very organized. I'll show you an example of, this was a big event Heidi and I did back in 2014. And as you can see, Heidi and I used to actually talk to each other through this app. And look at some of the things we have here. And those of you who are listening who do events, we've got speakers, events, expenses, all of our expenses for this particular event were logged here. People to invite, attendees, we kept track of all the attendees, the venue, here's the file library, here's to do, here's anything with the media contacts, speakers wish list, goodie bags, a call log. So let's see if we have an example of what we put in here at the time. Now look, this is 2 years old. And I'm not sure if we even use this app, but I did put it in here. And you can put all your stuff, your speakers in here. So this is really very, comes in handy. We had here we were putting some tickets in here. And here's all our files and venues. I think when I was searching for venues, I may have started putting things in here. No, I don't have anything in here, or files library. So you get the idea. I just wanted to give you an example of how you can actually use this. And again, when you go to activity, and if you're working with somebody, here you can see expenses. Every expense I had, I would put it in here. Hotel rooms, Heidi and I would go to lunch, I'd put it in here. Sponsored update, press release, video editing, see all the notes in here. I kept track of it this way and tagged as an expense. And this was really helpful with keeping organized. And then, of course, I have all my clients in here. And this is a workspace here. It's the meetings, news, calendar. Here you can do all sorts of things. So really, you're going to play around with this. Trust me, you're going to love it. Like I said, it's free. And this is going to, there's so much potential once you get, start really looking into these apps and things that you can do on here. And like I said, especially if you're working with somebody, let's say, you hire somebody from Fiverr. This is really a nice way to be able to go in here and create your workspaces and keep them all separated from one another. All your projects, you get an idea for a project, create it here, put your apps in that you're going to need, and start working on it. As you can see here, everything that I did installed is all documented here too. And this way you're not searching all those emails, searching through files on your computer. You'll have access at your fingertips if you install the Podio app. So this is really a way to get super organized with your work and with your marketing and with your business. So take advantage of it. And I hope you like it, and let us know your feedback on Podio.